What's up, peeps? This is Aaron, and I'm joined with my friend Quinn, and this is our review of the Royal Rumble 2013. I know we're like a week late, but we've been busy, but
We
we're
finally have time for ourselves to do what we always wanted to do, what we first had a passion for, our podcasts about wrestling and other topics in the future.
it's been like a year since we've done one.
Yeah, about almost a year now, yeah. But the first match of the Royal Rumble match was at the pre-show between Antonio Cesaro, the greatest United States champion in the current
Yeah,
era.
I was thinking that we could fuck all that and just do the review of the Rock
Hey,
and Punk match.
some people care about the actual matches that were on the card, my friend. Like Antonio Cesaro beating The Miz, and then we having the World Heavyweight title match, which was a very unique way of ending
Oh,
the match, just like when John Cena beat
Batista.
uh Steph with the taping Big Show's legs to the rope, having him unable to get out for the last man standing match. So Del Rio beat Big Show. And then us having a great back and forth tag team match because these two teams, Team Hell No, Kane and Daniel Bryan, one of the most well known legends in the ring. Kane, a big man, with Daniel Bryan, one of the best,
Technical wrestlers
technically best wrestlers in the world.
since Benoit.
Against, yes, it's been a while. Going against two of the young up and comers of today, alongside with Dale Bryan, of course, being Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow, and it being one of the best tag team matches both teams performed was at the Rumble, by my opinion. I mean, Raws, SmackDowns. I think what was the last period relationship? Not relationship, but that what was that one for?
TLC, no, they had to
Yeah,
qualify for the TLC match. Road Scholars.
yeah, Rose Score spot Team Hell No in another pay per view, I think, but actually was not a good match. But Rumble actually was really where they truly shined. But then after that tag team match, WWE decided to just go right into the Rumble match, which was a very entertaining Rumble, having Dolph Ziggler come out number one, and then having to wait and wait to find out who number two would be. Then the lights went out, the music hit, and the second best in the world came out, Chris Jericho.
Second.
My opinion, he is second best in the world. Still, CM Punk is the best in the world.
I
Like,
don't know.
shocked, and everyone in the arena shocked, and even watching at home. I remember I was shocked seeing Jericho there live on Royal Rumble. What was your feeling of Jericho returning?
I thought it was great. I thought now we have a pay-per-view.
Yes, I seeing Jericho there fighting Dolph Ziggler, one of the best matches, in my opinion, next to CM Punk and Daniel Bryan match of the year, was Jericho and Dolph Ziggler.
At SummerSlam.
SummerSlam was a great match. Then there was
And the
CM Punk
one, and then the one the night after at Raw.
at Raw, which is a great one. Just for those people who didn't see the pay per view and seen Jericho's last on air match, because storyline wise, he was fired.
Fired, not retired.
And then
Some of
after
the dumb idiots out there think, oh, Jericho's retired. No, he's not retired.
never retired, he's gonna be like Ric Flair.
I will never retire. Woo!
Iron match showed he's coming back and back. But then after about 2 minutes, minute and a half, came out one half of the Rhodes Scholars, Cody Rhodes.
He
Then
did.
it
He did pretty good in that match. He always does good in Rumble matches.
yeah, then Cody Rhodes came out. They worked together to beat the hell out of Jericho, and then entry number 4 came out, and it was Cobra. The Cobra came out.
The Cobra thinking he can own everyone, but he got thrown out.
Helped out Jericho. He helped out Jericho, kept him alive. And then Kofi came out, having there be 3 faces and 2 heels all in the Rumble, having it be a little bit uneven.
I
And
don't
then
know. It's every man for himself, but you're always gonna have the heel versus face.
against each other. And then, hold on, who else came out
Gold
then?
Dust came out. I remember.
Yeah, for 11, yeah. Goldust came out, and then it was face to face the brothers, Goldust, Dustin Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes facing off, beating the hell out of each other. And Cody, on one spot that I loved between those two, when Cody went and did the European uppercut that Goldust usually does, the Goldust hitting it right back at Cody.
Yeah, and then
Gold
he did it.
And then, entry number 11 was then Sheamus. Sheamus entered number 11 and stayed and kept fighting back
To the last three.
onward in the match. And they got eliminated by the Celtic Warrior. And Sheamus was trying to make history repeat himself when he won the 2012 Royal Rumble, trying to win 2 Rumbles in a row.
He should have been able to do that. Screw Cena.
Yes. And then Kofi Kingston was about to get eliminated by Sheamus with the
Did he
Kofi
jump on a tent size back?
jumped on the 10 size back into a sleeper hold type of position. Because
And
10
then
was
he jumped on the table and used JBL's chair to hop across the ring. But then Cody Rhodes.
I'm explaining this. He was
I'm
looking,
explaining it. You're boring.
jumping. He was thinking maybe I could jump, and then he can't. Then he looked at JBL, and he was like, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Kofi?" And Kofi asked, "Give me the chair. Give me your chair." And JBL gets up, gives him his chair. He puts the chair right in front of the announce table he was standing on. He bends his knees, telling that less weight would be pushed against the chair, and he slightly hops on the chair with the chair as a pogo stick to the side of the ring for him to slide right back in.
Yes, great strategy. Like last year he did a handstand and this year he uses the chair.
The pogos. There was some when Cody got eliminated. Right?
He
No,
got
no, Cody.
eliminated by Cena.
Who got eliminated next? I forget. Darren Young, right?
I don't
Yeah,
know,
Darren.
Darren Young and Titus O'Neil came out early. Kane and Daniel Bryan came out like in their 20s.
Yeah. Bo Dallas came out number 16, and Bo Dallas, he is a NXT rookie that I've actually had really good signs for. I saw him have really good talent. The way he actually hits his spear that he does, and the big ways he's won with just very
He
basic.
couldn't hit that spear on Barrett. Barrett would just boot him out of the way.
He has very uh, underutilized moves that he uses to end matches, but they are very effective, especially when they were with Wade Barrett, who was willing to work very well with him. In my opinion, they were later on that night,
He
that
got
next
knocked the
day,
he got knocked the fuck out for doing what he did.
they Wade Barrett.
No, fucking Bo Dallas.
Oh yeah, Bodas, yeah. Then Kane got eliminated later on. Kane eliminated Great Khali, and then Bryan dumped Kane over the top rope.
And then jumped on him, didn't he?
Yeah, then Bryan was about to get eliminated, and he held on to Kane's arms. Kane was holding on to damn Bryan. Bryan was holding on to Kane, and he was trying to get back in the ring because Bryan's feet never hit the floor. And then they were yelling and arguing, Dad chanting, "Yes,
No,
hey,
no.
yes, no, no."
Ugh.
walk a few steps to the apron, and then go. And Dan was holding on, seeing where he was, and then he dropped down, only a few inches away from the apron, and causing both of his feet to hit the floor. Then, after having a couple of entries later, entry number 29, Randy Orton,
Or how we call him, Borton.
or Iraq House, I mean, Shot, getting hit with the code. I missed, still being in the match, getting hit with the code breaker, and gets him eliminated. Then Ryback comes out number 30.
We all knew that was going to happen. Well, actually, no. Sin Cara was 29. Randy was in the mid-20s. Sin Cara was a waste of a number.
Yeah. And there was a big, was then down to Jericho, Ziggler, Sheamus, John Cena,
Cena,
and Ryback.
Orton.
Randy gets eliminated a little bit fast at that beginning.
No, Jericho got super kicked out by Ziggler. Then Ziggler would be taken out. And it was like Cena, Sheamus, Randy. The big top four guys who aren't champion or who aren't really irrelevant because of the Rock and Punk.
Well, it doesn't deserve it.
Well, none of them deserve a title match. They've all had their shots.
Well, Randy, I could see maybe he
Randy doesn't deserve a title shot after what he did.
Then Randy gets eliminated quick.
Yeah, didn't he get eliminated by Goldberg?
Oh yes, by Skip Sheffield.
Yeah.
And then
of course, him, Sheamus, and Cena had a pretty good fight in the end, but three of the better guys, Sheamus or Ryback, should have won, not Cena.
Yeah, but I mean, Sheamus eliminated quick by Ryback.
It was a good elimination as well.
And then Ryback and Cena had a pretty good back and forth, a pretty good match between the two.
No, Cena just used his 5 moves of doom half the time. And then using the STF to try and put Ryback out, but come on. You put him in a STF to try and make him go to sleep, then picking up that dead weight is just stupidity.
It was, that is true. But then after the match and after all the dust settled, after all the smoke had cleared, John Cena won the match for his second time. Or third time, right? Second or third? Second time.
He's the only person to have won the Royal Rumble and not gone to WrestleMania. He had to earn his WrestleMania shot that year because 2008 he chose, I want to use my my Royal Rumble win at No Way Out to face Randy Orton, and Randy got himself DQ'd. And Triple H later that night won the chamber match to face Orton at WrestleMania.
Yes, but now after Cena won, they then gave out a video package for the main event of the night between the best in the world. The man who has held the title for 434 days at that Rumble against Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
The WWE champion versus the people's champion. The people needed a champion.
The people had this guy as champion before, and they didn't really like him when he was the people's champion. He was Mr. Nation Domination. He was the man leading the nation. Then we had this big contest between Punk and Rock. Rock looking jacked up more than he
doing
ever
the Brock
had.
dance. Everybody does the Brock dance.
By Rock being jacked up, but not really, in my opinion, just like you and I read in other people's articles, did not feel and look the way and how slim, how he should have, for him to actually go and jump off the top like he used to be able to.
Well, that's back then. This is now.
Yeah, now he's getting older. Maybe that might be why he's wanting to be more regular built and more and less high flying, less of the big showman he used to be. Maybe that's why. Maybe he does want to be a champion anymore. Maybe he just wants to be a champion. But then, I mean, it was a great match for Punk. Punk having to carry Dwayne's
Nah.
little. That's in my opinion. That's what I saw. I saw Rock having to do very little work most of that match. He just had to keep doing what he does in Hollywood and enjoy himself. But then we see halfway through the match, about one third of the way through the match, Rock and Punk are outside the ring with a great spot. Paul Heyman gets his hands on the
Twinkie
Rock.
Tits puts his hands on the rock.
He does not. He's not tweaking to stop
Yes.
this thing. That who is the voice of the voice
Then
of the voice.
that fat walrus put his hand on the rock.
Rock tried to put his hands on Paul Heyman, then
Twinkie Tits.
his ass down. He beat the hell out of Rock.
The world's most powerful clothesline.
Then we saw The Rock, Dwayne, and Punk go on top of the announce table.
I told
Punk,
you.
groggy, a
How
little bit nice.
much weight was on that table, man?
Who was pulling the plywood that is underneath the table kind of did it a little bit too early.
It was 485 pounds or 90 pounds on that table.
When
Can you
they
not expect it to break?
explain this, I understand this, but think, okay? They then realized that they fucked up because the guy who was operating, I was pulling plywood, did it a little bit too early. So they did it again, and The Rock actually looked pretty good hitting the second rock bottom.
Yeah.
And then that the lights went out minutes later.
The Shield.
You believe it was the Shield? It had the
Have you
Shield.
not seen pictures online of people taking pictures of the Shield grabbing hold of the rock?
No, not pictures. People always want to disrespect this. The Shield. The Shield did this. The Shield did that.
The Shield did it.
Maybe it was the Shield. Maybe, just maybe. But also maybe it could have been Brad Maddox.
Bro,
We know
yeah, Brad Maddox picking up a 265-pound guy and power slamming
Gross.
him for a table.
It could have been Brad Maddox and Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman. All three of them did the powerbomb.
Yeah, like the Rock would let Twinkie Tits put him through the table.
And then he gets put through the other announce table. And Punk is inside the ring. No sign of anybody but The Rock being put through the table is there. We see The Rock just
And all you hear is Michael Cole going, Kyoto, it was the Shield, it was the Shield.
just blaming the Shield. Michael Cole just bitching and bitching and bitching. It's the Shield. The Shield did this. Shield did this, but he wasn't respecting the champion. Who knows who it could have been? It could have been William Regal for all we know.
No,
Me put him through the table.
no.
Plex on him. He turned out the lights like he used to do when he was king of the ring.
You mean Raw General Manager?
Manager and king of the ring. He turned out the lights and then he beat the hell out of Rock, and then Rock was destroyed on the announce table. Then Punk goes outside with his devilish smile that he is now well known for, picks up Rock's lifeless body, tosses it in the ring, goes down onto the Rock, and pins him cleanly. 1, 2, 3, and still your WWE champion.
I wouldn't say it cleanly.
But then came the man who has been trying to screw over Punk since day one. The man who has always been disrespecting the best in the world, CM Punk. Vincent K. McMahon comes out, saying that he believes that the Shield are the people that attacked The Rock and put him through the table. And Vince said earlier that week that if the Shield gets involved in the match, again, he just said the Shield, so it could not have been the Shield. It could have been somebody else. We don't know for sure. But he says if the Shield got involved in that match, CM Punk would be stripped of the WWE Championship.
But The Rock said, "No, we're not gonna end. You're not gonna take it off him. I'm gonna take it off him."
And Vince was about to say Rock, who all of a sudden is outside the ring and trying to catch his breath, has a microphone and
Yeah.
said, "Not gonna end like that. No, no, it's not gonna end like that. I'm gonna take that belt off him." And then all of a sudden, he has a second burst of wind. He runs into the ring,
He didn't run in the ring. He rolled in the ring.
but he also had a second wind. He had energy enough to be able to pick up Punk when he's running at him, and then he slams.
His spine busted him.
But he slams it down with a spine buster. All of a sudden, he has this burst of energy from it.
It's called adrenaline.
But the thing is, he wasn't selling at all any of the damage that he took now. He was being Cena. He was being Super Cena. Hey,
No.
Rock Johnson, Super Johnson. That's what I say. He just no sold everything that happened. He ran to one rope, ran to the other, and with his exposed elbow, he hit the people's elbow. And the referee, in my opinion, fast counted 1, 2, 3.
No, it wasn't a fast count.
Faster than when Punk pinned Rock. Punk got a normal count. It was kind of a fast count. Punk couldn't even kick out. And
No.
the WWE Championship because of a screw job. Because of Vince trying to screw over Punk like he did to Bret Hart.
Bret Hart was gonna run to WCW with the WWE title.
Yes, but now the thing is, why would why would Vince want to screw over Punk like this and give Dwayne a restart when there's no need for a restart? I mean, just like SummerSlam, Big Show and John Cena got a restart when Punk won the WWE Championship that night, beat him in a triple threat match. No, they get a restart immediately. And even though Punk won that match, Rock, you get a restart too. And then Rock, because of a restart, he gets a bath, he gets a little break. He got a little break for a minute, and he got a
So
restart.
did Punk.
And Punk, he was actually celebrating. He didn't really rest like Rock was resting, and he just no sold the damage from the table. So really, was the Rumble ending with Dwayne Johnson becoming WWE champion.
I don't know why people are hating on him being champion. The Rock being champion is going to bring more revenue to the WWE. It's going to bring the WWE more exposure.
Wrestling fans, though,
It's going to bring more fans in.
real fans.
It's gonna bring in people who don't watch wrestling, but give them a chance to see what wrestling is about.
You say that, but really they're gonna want to only watch because Dwayne's there.
Yeah,
Then
it's
when
The
Dwayne loses,
Rock. It's The
the
Rock. I told you. When it's WWE, it's The Rock, and when it's Hollywood, it's Dwayne.
thing is, Dwayne's gonna go to
Did you see
WrestleMania.
his milk commercial?
I saw the Super Bowl milk commercial.
Did you
I
see
think
Fast Six?
yes, I did.
What did you think of the Fast Six?
Why the fuck have the main female chick dies in 5 and she comes back to life?
No, she died in number one, didn't she?
She died in 5. Remember
No,
the end
when?
of it? Yeah, near the end of her correctly, she
No,
died.
no, no. He didn't die. What's his name died? That guy who was Dom's best friend died.
Yeah, that person died as well as the chick. The
The
chick died.
chick wasn't in number five.
Yeah, she was.
No, she wasn't. I've got number five on DVD.
Died. I remember. Do you believe in people rising from the dead?
No, that's all bullshit.
Can she get brought back to life? She's a zombie. They should kill her. So yes, that was the Royal Rumble. Dwayne Johnson fighting John Cena at WrestleMania. So far, what we know, it's a possibility, small possibility. They will put Punk in that match to make it be a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. So then Punk could actually get the title that he deserves, the main event spot for the first in WWE history for WrestleMania. Punk beat that spotlight.
Okay. Now we're gonna wrap this up. Our next podcast will be on how bullshit religion is.
And eventually we will go to another great discussion of our childhood, of nostalgia. Enjoy our future and enjoy yours.
Peace out.